Ready? Hi, everyone. This is Ollie, and I'm Sandra, and we're here at the 2021 Kitten Rescue Kitten Shower, where we are going to show you all of our amazing kittens that are coming in. It's the beginning of kitten season, and it is literally raining kittens. We're going to start off with a bottle baby demonstration from our president, Ben Lair, and then we're going to give you a tour of the nursery and sanctuary. Come on in. So here we have Ben, who's getting out the little nugget right now.
I'm Ben. This is the nugget.
Yeah.
Hi. So this is Wendy O, and this is a little kitten that was found a couple weeks ago in Inglewood by someone who contacted us by email and said, found a kitten, don't know what to do. And we took her in, and she's being cared for in a foster home, one of our expert bottle feeders. This is a ritual that repeats itself over and over and over again, maybe hundreds of times during kitten season, which starts at around the end of March and goes all the way through about September, October, when kittens are born to stray feral cats, and then the moms vamoose someplace or get scared away by people. They find the kittens and they either bring them to animal shelters or they contact us. Or sometimes they'll take them in themselves and just ask for our guidance, which we are always happy to provide. Caring for these little guys isn't super easy. It's not like you just put a little bit of food down and go away. You have to feed them every few hours by the bottle, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a moment. But it's about maybe, depending on the age that you rescue them, maybe a 3-4 week commitment that is extremely well worth it. I've been doing it for 19 years now. And unlike me, it doesn't get old. So let's start out by just seeing how big this little girl is. Wendy O is 12.5 ounces. And are her teeth in? And you can feel like a little bit of numbing of her teeth are just coming in. She's probably about 3 weeks old or so, starting to walk really, really well. And in as soon as a week, she may even start getting interested in solid food, and the foster mom will be able to get a regular night's sleep again. So I'm just going to come in. Oh, she is a hungry little girl. So she just latched on right away. You can see her ears wiggling. I can feel the suction. And she's just chowing down like a champ here. This is a homemade formula that we use. You can buy store-bought powdered formulas that you reconstitute or liquid formulas in cans, but I find that they really thrive on the homemade formula, which is made from goat's milk, egg yolk, yogurt, a little Karo syrup. Sometimes put some unflavored gelatin in there too. And the nice thing about using the goat milk formula is that they then smell like goats. All right. She's still hungry. So last year we rescued over 1,000 kittens under the age of 8 weeks old. About half of them were under 4 weeks old and needed to be bottle fed like this. It's a lot of kittens, but the bottle fed kittens do end up being the most adoptable things ever. They're used to being handled their entire lives. They're tend to be really good with other cats and kittens, well behaved, very social, and a lot of fun. Now comes the fun part after bottle feeding is they don't go to the bathroom on your own. You have to stimulate them. Maybe I will glove up for this because I'm going to go straight from here to have some lunch. All right. Now the mom, when they're raised with their mom does this with their tongue. It took a couple years before they told me I didn't have to do that. You can just stimulate them this way. Real funny joke there, guys. So we're just going to, yeah. Just gonna rub a little bit, and she'll pee every single time, and poop like sometimes once, twice a day, sometimes less, sometimes more. Oh, and she's purring. She likes this. It's a little weird, but Oh, and she is pooping. Oh, you don't need the play-by-play. I will not rate her poops live on camera, but they're excellent. Yeah, and it's just this. She's probably on a every 4 or 5 hour feeding schedule. Yeah, she's still purring. The good thing about litter training kittens is they do tend to pick it up fairly quickly on their own. She is almost at that age where she's gonna just start doing that. So it's not a huge commitment, but really, really worth it. Let's just see if she's still hungry. Wants a little top off. Get rid of the poopy glove. And go with you. Yeah, just a little bit of seconds here. Who doesn't like second breakfast? And that's the, this whole routine with this one kitten took just, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes worth of time. So even with litters of 3-4 kittens, each feeding isn't tortuously long, and it's just a few week commitment. It's very rewarding. People who've been doing this, they keep coming back and doing it. I always look forward to the first bottle babies of the season, which is what we're at right now. So say goodbye to Wendy O. We're going to pass this over to Lindsay, our nursery manager, who's got another kitten. Who's that?
This, I don't know. I don't know
This
the
is
kitten's name.
kittens.
It's a foster kitten. One.
Oh, okay. So
The,
this is
one
I
of-
don't know.
These kittens, she's one of 5 who are about 5 weeks old. They've just been weaned, and this little one apparently is a little bit resistant to the food. So we're going to try and get her to eat some canned food.
How old is she?
She's 5 weeks. So I would weigh her so you can get an idea of how the difference in the sizes. Although this is in grams, so I don't know whether he did them in ounces. I think 520 grams. So she's about what she should be for her age. So we've got some food here, which is basically canned food mixed with warm water, and so made into like a paste, like a kind of like an applesauce texture. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in her mouth and see if she goes for it. Oh. And there she is. She's going for it. So let's see if and she wants to eat it on her own. So there you go. She defied me. Okay. I will eat it. So that's basically what you do. You introduce it to them, kind of have them sniff it a little bit, see if they like it. If they don't go for it immediately, you can just put it into their mouth to encourage them to eat. It doesn't have to be kitten food. That's kind of a marketing ploy to try to get people to buy small cans and spend more money for the difference of a couple of calories, which is nothing. So adult food is fine. Just need to water it down more.
And you add maybe so it's formula in that as well?
You can add formula if they're just fresh off the bottle and they're having problems adjusting. Sometimes I add the formula from the bottle to it just to give them that flavor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing good here. So you're not behind your siblings anymore. You're catching up.
Lindsay, do you guys want to talk about our wish list?
Yeah. So behind me you will see all the items we have more items in this on our wish list, but these are the main ones that you're going to need that fosters will need for bottle feeding and for weaning kittens. The formula that we use is KMR. That's really easy to store.
Which is an alternative to Ben's goat milk recipe.
Yeah, you just mix it with water. It's easy. And comes in different sizes of the cans. And then we have like the mixing bottles as well. Some are up here. They need a snuggle safe, like a warming device. They have to be kept warm. So those are really useful things to have on hand. You can have a plug-in one as well, but those ones go in the microwave. The food, even though I just said that we have kitten food, we don't use kitten food. It's a good food, general food.
They like it.
That they like it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good food.
So yeah, we have a Chewy wish list and a Amazon wish list. Thank you. And you can find both of these things on our Chewy wish list and Amazon wish list, which we have on our event page, and you can find on our website. And I just want to, if you guys can pan and see all the kittens that we have in cages here, and these guys, this little one. Oh, you're in different places. Why don't we go into the intake room with Ben, and he will show you some of our newest intakes.
Okay, so this building that we're in right now, the Kitten Nursery, is part of the Kitten Rescue Sanctuary, and Kitten Rescue is overall as an organization last year took in over 1,900 animals. Maybe 10-15% of them come through here and then go into foster homes. Many of them go directly into foster homes, but it's just nice to be able to have a space that we can use to respond directly to emergencies, which pretty much all of the kittens and cats that we're going to see in here are. So it's a pretty good cross-section of kind of a week's worth of rescue. This is Olive. Olive was found by somebody in the middle of the freeway, just huddled in the lane. She was able to get out and pick her up because it was late at night, brought her to emergency. She had been hit by a car, or probably had been hit by a car, but no broken bones, just needs cage rest to recover. And judging by how she's acting, I think she might be feral and just has never been socialized by people before. But she will be now because she's going to be with us for a while recovering. She had marks on her that were consistent with tread marks of tires. Not a great start for her, but things are looking up. She's going to recover. She's very soft, and she's going to get a ton of attention and be nice to people. Next to her, we have a litter of 4 kittens. These are from the city shelter. They were brought there, and they were so young that they needed to get out quickly because they don't have overnight staff able to take care of them. They are going to a foster home today. They're probably about 5 weeks old, so maybe 3.5, 4 weeks away from being ready to be adopted. A little jumpy, but they are really, really cute. That one doesn't like me. But these guys are all, you can see clearly, brothers and sisters. Some of them are going to be fluffy, and a couple of them look short-haired. Really, really gorgeous kittens. This is fun fostering. A little chaotic, but they really great way to make a difference in life-saving is to take litters of weaned kittens and enjoy them for a few weeks, get them spayed and neutered through us, and then put them up for adoption. They will be adopted real quick because they're gorgeous and they're friendly, except for that one that doesn't like me. Here is Cromwell. Just rescued him yesterday. He was a surprise addition. We went to the shelter to rescue the mom and babies that we're going to meet next, and he was being brought in literally like right then. So it's like, well, we'll take this little guy too. Needless to say, this one's not going to have any problems getting adopted. Very, very cute kitten, real sweet. Just rescued him, so don't really know anything about his health history. Have to get him tested for leukemia and FIV, make sure he stays healthy. But we're going to put him in a foster home as well, free up the space for somebody new. And down here we have a mom with her 6 kittens. The kittens were so tiny they were probably born within the last day or two. Oh, she's a good one. She's a good one. Well, I'm not going to reach in and touch her. I just want to show you, though. The nice thing about moms and babies is that the mom, she does pretty much all the work. We just feed her. She feeds the kittens, grooms them, potties them, and then they will grow big enough to wean, get them onto solid food, get them fixed, put them up for adoption. You know the routine. But this is great. This is a good, healthy batch of 6 kittens in a pile. See a bunch of toe beans sticking out. And mom is just like, yep, this is my life. But they're not eligible to be adopted by the public, so they can't really stay long in shelters, in city shelters. And city shelters aren't great environments for them, too, because of all the animals coming back and forth. Just there's a risk of infection. These little guys don't have much of an immune system. So it's a good thing to get them out, keep them healthy, we'll probably move them into a foster home as well, or possibly they could even go into our camera room at some point. All right, and then let's meet Harvey. So rounding out kind of the age population, Harvey is a full-grown adult. We got one of our caretakers actually belonged to a neighbor who decided that he didn't want him anymore after he had an abscess on his face that exploded. So what probably happened is he was an outside cat, got in a fight with somebody, got bit in the face, and it got infected. He didn't get any medical attention, and it just ruptured. So he had to have, you see he looks like Frankenstein here. He had to have the surgery. And this is just the nicest cat. He also has FIV, which he probably got from another street fight at some point, feline immunodeficiency virus, which is really not a huge deal. It's something to just keep in mind as they get older. But it's very difficult to transmit from cat to cat. We mix FIV cats with FIV negative cats all the time. And as long as they're spayed and neutered and not getting into territorial fights, we've never seen a case of transmission. And this guy, I mean, he is just so friendly. Sorry you have to wear this cone just to keep you safe from your stitches. He's probably not a huge fan of that. But he'll be out of the cone, we'll get the sutures removed, another week and a half or so, and then we'll get him integrated into our sanctuary or into a foster home. But this is a 5-star cat. He's a good boy. Yeah. Okay, so that's our intake room and that's our nursery. We're going to cut over now and talk to Sandra. She's going to talk a little bit about the auction that we're doing today. Except for Pat, who's going to like it.
Am I on? Hi. Hi, everyone. We're here at the our auction's online, and we have a few items here that we want to show you before we go into our kitten adoption center. We have artwork and cat swag. This is all by Stephen Alford, this is one of my favorites, Sun Cat print.
She's talking. She's talking. Is there a lag?
Some Disney memorabilia, KR swag, more artwork by Stephen Alford. I'm really sorry about that. That glare there.
You're next, then Cynthia, then FBLD, then Miranda.
Great cat tote, or it's cat carrier.
Ben wanted it kittens, then big kitties, then kittens.
Nursery, 10 adoption center sanctuary.
Okay.
And then this is Make Art Shine, art by Make Art Shine.
Yes.
You can go to the
Turn
Get Smart
this off,
website to bid on any of these auction items and more.
Can I turn this one also?
All right, thank you. We're going to cut now to Dawn in the adoption center because I know you all want to see more kittens.
That's low.
So
That's the lowest.
we'll see you later in the sanctuary.
Hi, everybody. Hey. We're up. All right. Welcome to the adoption center. I think I just scared JoJo. This is JoJo. This is her brother Chip.
Really threw me off.
And they were found by a dog rescuer who heard kitten cries. JoJo was found 3 days later than Chip was. So JoJo is a little bit shyer, but she's really bonded to me. So I know she can bond with other people too. So in the adoption center, we have adoptable kitties, and we have some really cute ones. Over here, we have Gretchen, who I just woke up. She's adorable. You gotta see this fur. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? So she's a little bit blonde with low light. Over here we have Monroe. And Monroe and his sister, I believe this is her. This is Madison. Monroe and Madison were found on the street, and their mom had been hit by a car. And it was really sad because they wouldn't leave her. And so So someone was able to get them, and then I told them to nurse them back to health. Now, we have a threesome. Oh, I think we saw little Kenya going in there. Kenya's a black kitty. She's adorable. She was in a colony of ferals, but she's not feral at all. In fact, she is a sucker for this thing. A wind-up toy. Yeah. Everybody says this is just the cutest little thing they've ever seen. And this is Coolidge. Named after Calvin Coolidge, but we don't call him Calvin, we call him Coolidge. That's cool. And he's got two sisters. There's the Coolidge. And he's got a sister, Kennedy, right here. And this is what's known as a calico tabby, or a tabby co.
We're going to cut to this camera.
It's a mix of calico and tabby. These are brother, sister, and there's one more sister, Reagan, right there on the stool. There's Reagan. Say hi, Reagan. She's like, ooh, maybe close up. That's a little babies. And if you notice here, this is a tattoo that they do when they spay them now. This little baby will never be outside off or anything because we're finding a really great home for her. But if she was lost and someone found her, they would know that she's already been
for me, for the disembodied voice questions, it's going to be a little weird.
Sometimes they don't find out until they shave them.
As little as possible.
But, you know, better a shave than a cut, right? Here's Chip again. And Chip is funny. He's such a sweetheart. And I think we have one more that I'm not seeing. Katie. Katie is.
Oh, there's gray and white?
Oh yeah, this is Katie. Katie is just, she's melty. She's a melty kitty. You pick her up and she just melts into you. And Katie's story was she just showed up in someone's neighborhood. They put up flyers to see if anybody was missing a kitty. They put her on Facebook and nobody responded. They tried everything they could to see if there was an owner. And she's just delicious. She's so sweet. And she's got a half mustache, which is, you know, just to die for. So Katie is in here. She's a sweetheart. Gretchen has cuddled up to our camera person. She's just like spooning with our camera person. So she's not nice at all. Even though she was named after a mean girl, she's not nice. She's just so sweet. And she loves her people. And Kennedy just wants to be held and be over here and be paid attention to, and you know, not to be outdone by Chip, who's like an attention hog, like, excuse me, my lap. And then his sister over here, she's cuddling up too, but just in the background. And this is Jojo. Chip and Jojo are kind of a pair, so I would like them to be adopted together. And Kennedy and Reagan, the two calico tabbies, are also a good pair. But Coolidge is the coolest. Gotta love that baby. He's such a great guy. And he doesn't know he's special. He just thinks he's regular. He just loves any attention you give him. He is not spoiled, and he does not have a big ego, which is what you want in your kitty, right? You want the humble kitty, that just adores every little ounce of attention you give him. Right? I don't know if you can see Jojo's beautiful green eyes. And hear her purrs. Hi, see, I have really pretty green eyes. I'm a good girl. Yeah, so the dog rescuer found Chip first. She walked out of her door, she looked in the bushes, and he was there. So she brought him to me, and then like 3 days later, she found the sister. And if you hear JoJo cry, you're going to wonder why she wasn't found first, because she screams like a peacock. And
She's very quiet now.
yeah, she's being
Camera shy.
very quiet, very sweet now. But when she does want attention, you're going to hear that peacock cry, which is kind of like a meow. I
Well, I'm
can't
sure
even
people
do it.
are wanting to adopt these kittens immediately. What should people do if they're interested in adopting from
Well,
the adoption center?
When the kitties are ready, they're put up on the website, and you would look under our adoption gallery and click on the profile of each kitty that you're interested in. You're going to find on there that there's a link to the foster parent where you can email them directly. I would be the foster parent. And then you just ask if the kitty is available, and we go from there. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Remember these
you.
guys, they're all up for
Yeah.
adoption. Now we're gonna go to Cynthia in the sanctuary.
More cats. Are you on Instagram Live? Here we go.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hey, I'm Cynthia. I'm the foster coordinator for Kitten Rescue. I'm here in our sanctuary, and our sanctuary is an amazing facility that doubles as both a sanctuary for animals who are a little bit more difficult to adopt. They may have medical or some behavioral things. We have a lot of senior kitties who need long-term care. They are all up for adoption. They are also available to foster, but some of the cats, not this guy, but some of these cats may be a little bit harder to place, so they can stay here as long as they need. And we also use our sanctuary as an intake facility for cats like Spyro here, who's very, very friendly, very sweet, but needs a place to go until we can find a foster home for him. So the sanctuary enables us to bring in cats, get them, up to snuff with their medical, and then filter them to foster and hopefully adoptive homes. And our foster program is really special in that our cats live in foster homes, so they live in your house with you. Our foster parents have the ability to be part of the adoption process. They get to know their cats really, really well. You get to choose the adoptive home, but if you don't want to, we also have resources to aid you with that. But it's really unique being able to have some of that say in what happens with your foster cats, because we all get very attached to our foster kitties because we love them so much. And especially right now, it's kitten season, so of course we need fosters for kittens. Bottle babies especially, really, really tiny bottle babies. We need people who can care for them every few hours. But we also need fosters for adult cats. One thing that happens during kitten season is the adults don't stop needing rescue. So cats like Lonnie here, who's a senior cat, will need a foster home. They need somewhere to go to. So we always need fosters for adult cats, for bottle babies, kittens, and especially moms and babies with big litters. When they have 5 or 6 kittens, we need people who can take a whole family together. This is T-Rex. He's very, very sweet. He was rescued from the shelter with some pretty bad mange, but he looks really good now. And that's part of what the sanctuary does. We can bring in cats like these, get them ready to go, and hopefully get them into foster care.
How do the adoptions work with cats and foster homes?
When the cat's in foster care, we get them listed on the website. The foster sends in photos and a bio, and people can inquire, and we have them fill out an application on our website, which we then forward to the foster parent. We help those foster parents with our mentor program by showing them what to look for, how to talk to people, see if it's the right match. That's our focus. We want the cats to go into the correct home. There is a cat for every home, but not every home is right for every single cat. And we really want it to be a lifetime match. So,
is it okay if fosters adopt their own foster cats?
Absolutely. We just ask our fosters to fill out the paperwork, let us know, and we have no problem with our fosters adopting their kitties.
Have you ever done that?
I did with one. She was a medical case. She was a pretty extreme medical case. I did keep her, but that's my only foster fail. We affectionately call this foster fail. It's not really a failure, but it's a affectionate term that is developed over many years of rescues.
Yeah, I've only done it once too, but I did it once 7 times. All right, so let's cut over to our leukemia suite and see what's cooking in there.
Hi everybody, I'm Kelly Sheridan. I'm one of the volunteers here at Kitten Rescue, and this is our feline leukemia suite, FELV for short. We have 9 cats in here now. Actually, most of them are kittens and older cats. They're around 1 year old, I would say, for the most part. And then we have our old man Gabriel, who checks in at about 7 years old. And in the feline leukemia suite, the goal is to hopefully get these guys adopted. But we have a great home for them. We monitor them. The issue with FELV is that it's something that it can, 3 years after diagnosis, it can kill the cats, unfortunately, at a pretty high rate. But we try to keep them healthy for as long as we can. Some can beat the diagnosis. We just adore these guys. So let's have some fun with these guys. Come on, Finn. So this is Finn. He loves catnip, and this is some fresh catnip for these guys. So let's get going, guys. Let's enjoy the catnip. I know you guys want to. I don't know if you can find it. So let's see him go. So this is Finn. Finn has CH as well, cerebral hyperplasia. So he's a little bit wobbly, but he's such a great guy. He's wonderful. And we also have a theme in here. We have 4 cats named after the I Love Lucy show. This is Fred. And then we have Lucy, Ethel, and Ricky. And that's Cheeks kind of in the middle right there running around. He actually likes the camera is what he's going after. So he's getting pretty excited about that. So yeah, they're really but as you can see, Finn is totally into the catnip. And we have a great time in here. We actually have also a social media page. It's FELV Cats of Kitten Rescue on both Facebook and Instagram. So totally follow us. If you're interested in adopting any of these guys, just message us. Or we have a link at the top with regards to adoption, and several of these guys are on it already. That's Ty, the orangey right there. He's about 11 months old. He's a great cat.
Special appearance.
Yeah, special appearance. He has a real fluffy tail, as you can see. So he's still technically a kitten. He's a great cat. And then we have Fred waking up over here. He was on the 2 couches, so he's just saying hi. Fred Mertz, he's probably the most friendly of our I Love Lucy crew. They're still somewhat shy, as you can see. They're underneath the couch that we have in here, but they're a really fun, good group. We have great cats in here. They're fantastic. They're all coming out slowly because I feel that they can smell the catnip pretty well. But a lot of them are, because it's a hot day, a lot of them are hanging out under the couch, so that's why it's not as much action in here. But they're definitely super curious. And it's just a fabulous crew. And Fred's just chilling on his double wide couches, as you can see. So, but we have a lot of fun in here. And we try to post as much as we can so people can learn that, adopting an FELV cat can be great. It's a rewarding experience. And, although the diagnosis isn't always good, it is something that does suppress the immune system. They can live a really long life. So it's just, it just depends. And I think it's a very rewarding thing. I love hanging out here and volunteering with these guys, and it's just a very rewarding experience. They're great cats. We want to save as many as we can, so definitely follow us if you can. That would be great. Yes, Ty.
I think you told people, but how do you adopt a cat if you're interested in an
So if you're
FELV
interested, you can message us on our social media, or you can email manager@kittenrescue.org, or go to the main Kitten Rescue page. And then a lot of these guys are already on there and their adoption bios, and it does have contact information there as well. So a lot of different ways, but definitely feel free to message us if you have questions, and totally follow us. We have updates every day about these guys because they're super cute and fun. So.
Do you have more than one update per day? I think you
Yes, we have about 3 updates a day. We do videos and pictures. We try to keep everyone up to date about what hijinks these guys are up to. So absolutely, we try to get everyone in the loop about the developments, when they're adopted, when they're fostered, all that kind of stuff. So it's really fun. We have fun in here with these guys. They're fabulous. And this is Ty.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you.
Now, that is our FELV suite, and now we are headed.
So we are now
because we kind of named them all in honor of, I'm doing like a revival of the show iCarly that I used to be on. So we named all of them after different characters. And so the mom's Carly / Coco. And then this is Freddie. It's really cute. I'm just so excited to be here because it's my first time seeing them in person since I brought them when they were 3 weeks.
They were 3 weeks old when you found them?
Or when you brought them? I found the mom, so I had the mom when she was pregnant, and I had her for a few days before she gave birth.
Oh, so she
And
gave
this
birth
one's
in your
Neville.
house.
Yeah, she gave birth at my house.
Wake up, wake up.
He's sound asleep. They're so sleepy. And then there's 3 more.
This one is Gibby.
Gibby.
The purple
He's like, where am I?
collar.
And then
This one is Tebow.
these names are so funny for cats. Tebow.
The collar.
Tebow's cute. He has like a little like white furs inside of his black. And then the other one's in there, look, in the green thing.
Oh, there he is. Spencer.
And how do you tell them apart, Daniel?
Oh, just with the collars.
Oh,
This one
okay.
has a gray.
He just knows their
Purple.
personalities so well.
Yeah.
That
I should just say that, right?
it's a feeling.
As they get older, will you be able to tell them apart without the collars, you think?
I don't think so. Maybe just this one because he has a white patch here.
Oh yeah.
But the other two are
Hard
just
to
solid
tell apart.
blacks.
Those look like identical twins.
Yeah,
these
these
two.
two, right?
They're so much alike. It's so funny how the one came out all striped, Neville.
Yeah. He has a whole different personality too.
Yeah, like the most outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
And Miranda, what was the mom like when you found her?
She's just the sweetest cat. I love her. She's like really, really good with the babies and has never like because I had another cat I fostered that had babies and she'd like hit the babies and stuff
Oh,
because
no.
she'd get annoyed like if they were bothering her. But I've been watching her on the cat cam and everything, and like she's just so nice to them all the time. Like she never gets mad at them, even when they're like hitting her and playing with her tail. She's just a really sweet cat.
What was it like to have a cat give birth in your house?
It was really cool. I was so nervous. Like I felt like I was giving birth a little bit. Like I was just really scared something was gonna go wrong. But she did such a great job, and all of them ended up being really healthy and everything. So it was really cool.
And is it nice to come back and see your grandkittens?
Yeah, it's so good to see them, and it's great to see how like big they are and healthy and how good they're doing. And the mom too. She was a little bit more skittish at the beginning, but I feel like she's really calm and not scared anymore.
And you watch this on camera, right?
Yeah, I've been watching on the kitten cam. I actually watch from work a lot when I'm in the hair and makeup trailer. So like all the people at work know about the kittens and know their names and watch them with me.
Well,
It's been a really fun thing.
that's great. Well, thank you. We really appreciate the fact that you rescued them and then you brought them to us and then you stay in touch with them. And just thank you for all the support and all the good things that you've done for cats.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. You're always saving cats and helping me. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel.
No problem.
All right. So we are going to cut over back to Sandra.
Everyone, we're back at the auction. Now you can probably hear me better than the last time when we had 2 different rooms going on. These are some of our auction items, which you can find at GiveSmart. The URL for our auction is 2021 krshower.givesmart.com. And the auction ends April 21st at 7 p.m. So you have a little bit more time to bid. So even when this is over, go check it out and you'll see. You have to register first and then start bidding. 100% of the proceeds go towards saving animals. Everything has been donated. If you want to just donate, you can text 2021 KR Shower to 76278. Again, the auction ends April 21st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 2021 krshower.givesmart.com to see our auction items. All right, and now we're going to go back to the nursery. We're going to meet some special animals, some the puffs, and then Daniel will show you how we feed our puffs, which have cerebral hypoplasia. Okay.
Hi. Sorry about that. Looks like there was a little sound issues. We're going to keep talking about the kitties with cerebellar hypoplasia here. All of them have had it since birth. We rescued them at a very, very young age. And what happened is while they were in utero, the mom was exposed and infected with feline distemper. And the virus went into the brains as they were developing and damaged their cerebellum. So it's kind of the cat equivalent of cerebral palsy. Cats can get it to various degrees. I kind of scale it on like from 1 to 10. The ones here that we're feeding right now are 10s. It does not really get worse than this. They can't stand up on their legs. They can't really walk. They get carried around a lot. And the feeding, we sort of set up these bumpers for them so that they can try to do it as cleanly as possible. These are cats from 2 different litters. This one right here is Iris. We rescued her 2 years ago. And that is, which one was that? Blossom we rescued 5 years ago, the first year of this nursery's operation. And they live here. They don't have to stay in cages because they can't really walk. They can kind of pull themselves along the floor, but they tend to stick close to the window. They get the great view. They get the afternoon sunlight, and they get lots and lots of attention. And also, of course, lots of cleanings, because as you can see, eating is a full contact sport when you've got cerebellar hypoplasia like these guys. And then over here, we have Iris's sister. This is Agatha, a little fluffy girl. An interesting thing about Iris and Agatha is they had 2 other siblings that didn't have it. So they walk completely normally. And the 3 originals, Blossom, Buttercup, who's no longer with us, and Bubbles, they also had 2 other siblings who didn't end up with the disease. And that we don't really understand. We also have 3 other kitties that have cerebellar hypoplasia, but they can walk. So on a scale of 1 to 10, they might be like a 5 or so. And it affects them by giving them the wobbles, which is incredibly endearing. I don't know how much we're going to see it right now because they seem a little sleepy. What are these guys' names, guys?
Bliss, Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bunny, and Mojo.
Glad we know their names.
Mojo, Jojo. Bliss, Bunny, and Mojo, Jojo.
Mojo, Jojo, Bliss, and Bunny. And so these are characters from the Powerpuff Girls?
Yes.
All right. So we're not really seeing too much walking from them, but we don't want to disturb them. We'll let them sleep. And then up here at the feeding station, we have Bubbles.
Getting her back massage.
Yes, the back massage while she eats. And they get this 3 times a day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they don't eat dry food because their heads are not coordinated enough, and they just end up knocking it all over the floor. But wet food diets are going to be better for their kidneys anyway. So, but other than the cerebellar hypoplasia, they're really healthy kitties. Just really haven't had any problems with them, and love having them here. So these guys, they all came from the city shelter system. City shelters are, like we said, not really equipped to take care of special needs kitties. These are pretty extreme special needs kitties. So we knew taking them that the prospects of them being adopted were extraordinarily slim, but not impossible. And it was worth saving their lives. And they help enrich the place. And we're glad we have them. So that pretty much wraps it for our Kitten Shower.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And
Maybe we zoom in on.
Okay.
come in to say
This is
goodbye
our
to little
resident
Ollie.
engineer.
Let's say Ollie. And we just want to thank everyone for coming and tell you how you can donate. You can text to 2021 KR Shower to 76278, or the URL is 2021krshower.givesmart.com. You can also PayPal or Zelle to Kitten Rescue, mail at kittenrescue.org, or go to our website and just donate there to help us. We're trying to raise $25,000 to help us kick off kitten season. It's already pouring kittens now, as you can see. And this is just a fraction of what is in our system since we have so many in foster care right now. So help little kittens like Ollie go on to grow up and find forever homes.
He looks strangely unmoved by your pitch.
Ollie. There
There we go. That's the shot.
Do you need help, Ollie? Really?
He looks disgruntled.
He does look disgruntled, but he is going to be a happy, healthy kitty. So
That's right.
So thank you again, everybody, for joining us. This is a labor of love, and we couldn't do it without your support and your help. Just appreciate you being a part of the Kitten Rescue community, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day.